Okay, we'll go ahead and open up our media session here with Coach Trimper and the student-athletes from Stetson, winners of Game 2 here at the DeLand Regional. Coach, in a lot of ways, this was a very typical Stetson baseball game this year. Some outstanding pitching, some small ball, some bunts, some stealing bases, and some timely hitting. Talk about the game tonight.
Yeah, obviously, I think one of our strong points is obviously our pitching. I'm looking down. I think we only had one walk tonight. That's something we pride ourselves on. A little uncharacteristic. We made some errors, and especially over at third base, John Mule has been. I thought he should have been a defensive player of the year in our conference. And quite honestly, it's been a great week here in DeLand, bringing the regional to the city of DeLand and Stetson University, and we had a lot of media in town. And then obviously in my time here, the best crowd we've ever had. And it's hard to simulate that. It's hard to get your guys ready to play like that. And we said that about the fifth inning when we might not have been playing our element. We said, hey, all right, we got 5 innings under our belt. Let's go ahead. We can flush what we've done so far and go out and try to play the last couple innings and win the last 4 innings of baseball. We have something we talk about all the time is win the last 3 innings of baseball. I think it was a great electric crowd tonight. Hartford did a tremendous job. We knew that lefty coming in. Obviously, like my old conference, I know half that team, and obviously I got some scouting reports from some of the folks back up in Orono about that lefty, and we knew he was going to be tough with his changeup, and we tried to prepare for him, and he still pitched well. If you notice in the beginning part of the game, he didn't miss any of his spots. There was like maybe 1 or 2 spots for the first 4 innings that he missed. He was inside, he was outside, and he was throwing his changeup. So all in all, I'm really pleased. I think one of the biggest parts of the game, too, was Brooks getting that 2-out RBI in the end, which kept him off the mound. So he was warming up. And, obviously in a tournament, we got to play multiple games sometimes in a day, and weather could hamper things. You want to keep as many arms fresh. And so it kept him from coming in for a save at that point, even though he wants to save. I know he does. So, but he'll take the 2-out RBI.
Questions for Coach Trimper or the students?
Yeah, Coach, talk about the offense tonight. Every time things seem to be kind of going downhill a little bit defensively. They can't come back and tie the game, but every inning you guys responded. Brooks had a big part in that, just the offensive ability to respond in the inning tonight.
Yeah, I think we left a couple RBIs out there. What we've been doing well over the last 10, 15 games is we have been efficient at getting guys in at third base with less than 2 outs. We've been probably operating about 75 or 80%. Tonight we weren't, and we left a couple out there, and that kept it a little closer in those times that we did produce those runs. Koos stealing those 2 bases, back to boom, boom, boom. That just kind of set the tone right there to get it back to where we can get back the momentum our way. We had a bunt on with Brooksy. We'll do anything. These guys are awesome. It doesn't matter. They don't care where they're on the lineup. They'll try to produce runs. And I went to Brooksy. I said, look, these guys are going to give us the bunt. We'll take it. And then after it was 1-1, we saw the guy coming in so darn much. And him and I looked at each other, and we wiped the thing off and whacked double down the line. And, that's how we got that run into it, too. So finding different ways to win. Koos making 2 great catches in center field. The second one was, thought it was a sure double. And then number 1 comes out of nowhere and lays out and makes that catch. So I think that kind of gave us or kept the momentum our way when it was a 5-3, I think it was at that time. So big play for us.
Were either of those 2 steals to open the inning? Were either of those on his own?
Kuzi has his own. Kuzi, how many steal signs have I given you all year?
I don't think any.
Kuzi gets the on your own, or you might get a red light every now and then. I don't even know when I've given him a red light. So, we work some verbals and things like that, especially at third base. But he knows when he's supposed to go.
Brooks, offensively tonight, just talk about your night at the plate. Obviously, 2 huge situations. The one in the 7th there, you ripped on the right field line, and then you helped blow it open there in the 8th. Just how are you feeling up there? And to be able to do that at the plate, where last year you were doing it on the mound, how did that feel in a big game like that?
Yeah, I felt like I was pretty comfortable at the plate. Like Coach Trimper said, that the guy they started, he was a good arm. He was able to put multiple pitches, where he wanted them. So it was just a matter of time before he either gets tired or we make something happen. But it's all an approach thing. You gotta go up there with an idea of what you're trying to do. You're not trying to do too much, not trying to hit a ball out of the ballpark, which is hard to do here. I think we saw that tonight. So it's all about going in there with confidence and having an approach.
How would you describe how you handled the delay in between, the lightning delay, like just from coach's perspective and also from you guys as well? Can you just kind of talk about what it was like in between during the delay, like mentally, what you were doing to stay prepared?
Okay.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good for us. We kind of, Coach always says we're very good at being able to focus up really quick when we need to, and we went in there, just hung out, and then when it was time to go back, we just focused back up.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about is just always being able to refocus, and that's what Koos talking about. Is this team is very good at refocusing and just coming back in and getting back in moment. I mean, baseball is all about going in and out of the little focus circle they talk about, and those guys did. I think Joey, and I said something to him personally at the end, I thought he really competed well tonight. It isn't easy for a pitcher to sit down for 40, 50 minutes and then come back out. I thought he had better stuff when he came back out, actually. He got his pitch count up a little bit. And, in tournament situations, we knew we had Mitch available and Brooksy in the pen. So, again, we're going to use all the guys that we got to win, get one game, and then move on to the next.
And actually, thanks for bringing that up. I was going to ask you about Mitch. I know normally in that situation when you go into a lefty out of the pen, you bring it in Ben. What was the thinking behind bringing in Mitch?
We just felt like Mitch was going to give us a couple multiple innings. Ben's been kind of the go-to guy to get a couple lefties out or give us one inning. And at that point in the game, we were kind of just going to say we got to put up zeros all the way to the end. If we can get one, we were going to bring Brooksy in and save him at that point. And you're going to think about Sunday on Sunday, and you're going to think about Saturday on Saturday. Right now, we're just playing for Friday.
Coach, hopefully tomorrow night with a regional title game appearance on the line. I assume you guys are still going with Logan in that one?
Yep, yeah. Gilbert was scheduled to go game 2 all along. Obviously a formidable opponent. They swung the bats really well in the game they played today. It's as I said before, it's the NCAA tournament. Everybody's pretty good, So we just got to play our best. And again, we got to play the game, not the team. That's what we have to do. If we go out there and play the game and don't worry about the team we're playing, the wins will take care of themselves, or the quality play will take care of itself.
Coach, you touched on the defensive struggles a little bit earlier. Can you just kind of give us a sense of what went on, and is there any sort of coincidence that it's both of potentially your worst defensive games of the year coming tournament openers?
Don't hold back.
Yeah. I honestly think we were just a little bit out of our element. I mean, as much as I said about the crowd and, it's the regionals and you want to win in front of your home team crowd and, 2 surefire guys. I mean, John Miola and I think he made 2 and Eric Fago had 1. I mean, those guys have been unbelievable all year. I mean, talk about Sports Center top 10s. I think John was on it once already. And, he just kind of got a little bit tied up a little bit on his feet on one of them. And the one for the RBI, I think what happened was he was going to third base to make the last out. He just kind of got his feet caught up and the ball slipped through. And Eric just picked up on it a little bit. I mean, it's not like us. I don't think it's a trend. I hope it's not a trend. And, I think we'll just shake it. We get them all out in one game. I guess that's what we're going to look at.
And to keep with the theme, the mental error on third base when he did.
Yeah, I tell you, that's a great point you brought up right there. That's a play that we have the infield's drawn in, so we're going to go see it through using our second baseman. Our second base runner is going to take a huge lead because he's going to get behind the shortstop. So we talk about all the time the third base runner is going nowhere. All right, because you're really not going anywhere, and he just kind of pushed the panic button a little bit and thought it was going to be a single. And even if it's a single, you can still walk home. And he's supposed to stay close to the bag, and he got caught in no man's land. And my biggest job for the last couple outs, and certainly the next inning, was just to get him reeled back in because, he's still a freshman. He's going to be a tremendous player. He's done a great job for us. He was the MVP last weekend in our conference tournament, but he was beating himself up a little bit too much. And this is about a game of just flushing it and going. And so I'm sure tomorrow he'll be fine.
Jacob, where does that catch rank in the 8th inning? Where does that catch rank maybe in your first game?
I don't know. I told Spooner I'd give him credit because as I'm running, I just hear Spooner just yelling, make a play. So decided I'd try to go for it.
Right after you made that catch, the NCAA baseball Twitter account put like 6 Sports Center top 10 hashtags in the Brooks, what did you think when you saw that?
I was actually in the bullpen warming up, and from that